I'm Jean, and this is the English Experience. So today on the English Experience, we're going to talk about making questions. Making questions can be a little bit complicated, so we're going to break this lesson into two parts. In the first, we will discuss WH questions and how we use them, and then we will also discuss auxiliary verbs, primary auxiliary verbs. So we'll talk about that. And then the next one, we're going to discuss the QASM method and actually structuring your questions. So let's start with the basics. There are lots of words that we can use to start questions, but for the sake of this lesson, we're only going to use the WH words. Who, what, when, where, why. Let's talk about how we use them before we get into the structures. So who? When we use who, it's when we need information about the person. You want to know the person. For example, who ate the cake? Who opened the door? We need a person, right? What is for information in general? What are you doing? What happened yesterday? When we need a time. It can be a general time, an exact time. When is your appointment at the doctor's office? When do you get off from work? Where, when you need information about a place or a location, whether it's in general or exact, where have you been? Where are we going for lunch? And then, of course, we use why when we need a reason. Why did you open that door? Why is it so hard to find a job? Who, what, when, where, why? We will use them for part 1 and part 2 of our question lessons. So let's do a few exercises and see if we understand how to use these words. Okay, first one, blank is going to cook dinner tonight. What type of information do we need? Which word? Who, what, when, where, or why? Well, we need to know the person, right? So it would be who? Who's going to cook dinner tonight? Let's try another. Blank. Does the boss come back from vacation? What kind of information do we need there? Should we be using who, what, when, where, or why? Well, it has to do with the time, right? We need to get an idea of when this guy is coming back. So when does the boss come back from vacation? Let's try another. Blank, are you inside the house on such a beautiful day? What kind of information do we need here? Well, I'd say we need a reason, right? It's beautiful outside. You're inside the house. Why? Why are you inside the house on such a beautiful day? Blank is my smartphone. My smartphone, I can't find it. What kind of information do we need? Because, well, we are looking for something. So we need to know where. Fantastic. Where is my smartphone? I put it here and now it's gone. Where is it? And blank, did you eat for breakfast? We just need some general information there, right? So it would be appropriate to ask, what would you eat for breakfast? What did you eat for breakfast? Another very important part of constructing questions is using auxiliary verbs. So there are two types, primary auxiliaries and then model auxiliaries. For the sake of simplicity, and in these two videos, we will only work with the primaries, which are the verbs to be, to have, and to do. Now, the verb be is one that we use a lot. And most people who study English, that's one of the first things that they learn is how to conjugate this verb be. But be, have, and do, it's important that we know these verbs in both present and also in past because that will help us to form questions. As we continue this video, if you don't know these verbs, be, have, and do in present and in past, please pause this video and write down these verbs because we will need them. We'll need them during this exercise. So let's start with be. I am, in past, I was. You are, in past, you were. He, she, it is, and in past, he, she, it was. We are at present, we were at past. They are at present, and they were at past. Now let's look at have, our next auxiliary verb. I have at present, had in the past. This one is much easier because it's always had in the past. It only changes in present. I have, you have, he has, she has, it has. They have, we have, but in past, it's always had. Do. We use this verb to talk about completing or achieving something, and it is used a lot with questions. So, I do, I did in the past, and this one is similar to have in that the past is always did, okay? I do, I did, he, she, it does in past, did, we do at present, did in past, they do at present, they did in past. Did I forget one? I hope not, but it's on the chart. So if I didn't say it, you can see it there. You can pause this video and write it. Well done. I hope that you've enjoyed that intro to questions. And this is just part one, but we learned some very important information, how we use all 5 of those WH question words, and also about our primary auxiliary verbs. So in the next lesson, we're going to discuss using the QASM method to structure your questions. Stay tuned for that. I'll see you next time.